All right, so now we're gonna move on to a strong contender for guilty pleasure movie of 2019. Ah boy, Triple Threat.
Yeah,
Yeah. So like I said at the very beginning here, this is the first film team up with Tony Jaa, Iko Uwais, so if I got the name wrong, forgive me, and Tiger Chen. And we forgot to mention too, it also features Scott Adkins,
yep,
we boy Michael Jai White,
yep.
aka Black
Dynamite.
Dynamite. Sweet, you know what I mean? Glad to see him doing work. But yeah, Ricardo, just wanna just share the bare bones plot of and
Yes.
a stress on the word bare bones plot of
Right.
Triple Threat.
Right. So Triple Threat is about a bunch of former special ops guys, kind of turned soldiers of fortune slash mercs,
Uh huh.
doing jobs, and basically it more or less opens with them having to rescue one of their old own who was effectively a deemed a terrorist, and I forget exactly where they were, but it was where they were, where they
It's Indonesia. They were in
right,
Indonesia.
right. So
Oh
it's
no,
this
sorry,
this
sorry, sorry, sorry. They were in Thailand actually.
Okay, right. So they come
Yeah,
to rescue them in Thailand, and they rescue one of their own. This is Scott Atkins is the prisoner of war,
yeah, aka
and
Collins. Yeah, that's his name.
right. And then so they what happens is that they decide to he was the only real target behind getting him out, and then his purpose is to they need him for to do a job basically involving assassinating or at least bumping off a somewhat progressive politician, because she was just kind of changing things up and she was kind of shaking up the rocking the boat a little too much. So it's
Yeah,
implied that various corrupt forces hire Michael J. White and his crew to get rid of she. But the mistake they make was killing some people who was helping them out in that thing and betraying them because they wanted to rescue all the other prisoners of war. And they didn't do it, and they end up killing them and leaving them for dead. And that's where you're done fucked up, right?
yeah, yeah.
And basically that's where the triple threat aspect of it comes, because you basically have three parties operating here: a story of revenge, um, and a story of this effectively assassination plot. All three figures coming together, which is your boy Tony Jaa, then Tiger Chen, and then Iko is him himself trying to his I think I forget who was killed, his wife I think in the beginning.
Yeah, his wife was killed. She was
Right,
hitting the crossfire basically when
right,
they
right.
started to attack the
So,
village.
right, so these three parties just kind of coming together, and two parties come together against really one to suss out what's going on, and that's basically it.
Yeah.
Ass kicking ensues.
Yes. Indeed. Indeed.
Yeah.
Uh, before we get to my thoughts, I want to hear your thoughts on
Right.
Triple Threat. I feel it'll be the same as mine.
Yeah, yeah. This was hard motherfuckers, the movie for me.
Yes,
This is
it was.
this is what Expendables supposed to be.
Thank
It's
you,
not
thank you. Oh, and as they say, Expendables. I think that's the reason why I really wanted to see the show just off the poster because yeah, it have an Expendables kind of look to it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Just the way
Right.
how the posters design has that feel to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, continue.
Yeah, right. Oh, we forget to mention. I forget the actress name, but she is this Asian girl who just constantly just use the grenade launcher. It's cracking me up how
Yes.
much you just use the grenade launcher.
Her name
You just
was
get up
Mook.
great places,
Yeah, well, yeah, she had like the weirdest name. Her character was Mook.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, her when that grenade launcher, where I was like,
She
oh,
does this
weird.
well,
Okay,
and
okay.
it's how she did to her,
It's how
and
she.
it's how she did to her,
Yeah, boy.
and
When I see that, I was like, oh
yeah,
my
that
god, they actually do that, boy.
you know,
Nah,
and
son. Nah,
she
nah, nah, nah.
this grenade launcher right through. She's basically the demo man from Team Fortress 2. That's basically what she is. She
Yeah.
just grenades constantly, and this was just ass kicking ensues. Now here's the thing. I would say, look, the raid for me personally is probably one of the best action movies in the last 10 years or so. For me personally,
Of this
uh,
decade, actually, because remember, it came out 2010, right? So look at that.
yeah, last 10 years, right? Last 10 years, right? And for me, no action movie really stepped to that level, in my opinion. Since then, not I don't think I had an action movie. Probably Captain America: Winter Soldier, maybe, but still, nowhere near as intense, nowhere near as grindy and grimy as hell. And every action movie that came out since then kind of copy it or just was a kind of step back. And this was one of those step backs. Right? So yeah, what was the movie that we watched last year? I forget, I was on Netflix. It was good, but it copyrighted in all the bad ways.
Is it The Night Belongs Us? I
think
still haven't watched that movie yet, but I think it's that show.
Yeah, and that was like the Raid, but it copied the Raid in all the bad ways. It didn't get what make the Raid work now. And then this now was a good action movie. Could have all the real classic action staple people. You have Tony Jazz, you have Iko Uwais, you have Michael J. White, you have Scott Adkins, stuff like that. Everybody kicking ass, but they didn't sit down with it. No, they say we didn't want to make anything special out of it, and it's still good. Like it's still scratch the itch, but they could have do more with it. It's one of those. And it's a lot of ass kicking. Still loved a lot of the action, still love what it was trying to do, but it's still normal compared to the Raid, where the Raid was really something special for me. In terms of badassery, this was still just good. It's good. Yeah. Pretty good actually. I wish the plot was a little smarter, but whatever. I don't expect anything like that. Much better than with his Mile 22. That bullshit.
Good thing you bring up that. Yeah, good thing you bring up that. I want to start off my thoughts on the film with that movie. But continue.
Right, exactly. It completely wastes Iko Uwais in that film. This movie did not.
Right.
Yeah, this movie didn't waste Iko Uwais. Iko Uwais kicked a lot of ass in this one. He had a lot of great action sequences and fights. But I felt the fights could have felt a little too choreographed, and they could have really sit down and do put in a little more effort on this one. But still good. Still really liked it. Still loved it. I don't really have much else to say about it. Mostly because they don't really have a plot.
Yeah. All right. Well, you're right. There isn't that much to say, so I don't want to say. I don't spend too much time talking about the film. But yeah, as you say, Mile 22. This does so much more that good than Mile 22 did, both in terms of using Iko Uwais' talent and screen presence and whatnot. I mean, he is given a lot more to do and say, for one thing, and also with the scenes involving him and Tony Jaa and Tiger Chen and the one who plays the politician, Selena Jade, who ironically was on Arrow. She used to play Shadow, the character Shadow. That was the chick that was on the island that Oliver Queen was on, and blah blah blah. Right. So God, no one I recognize the face from somewhere. I was like, oh right, you okay, right? Yeah. But the scenes with them being chased by the mercenaries, right? Scott Adkins, Michael J. White, and stuff like that. Those felt better. Those moments felt much more effective than Mark Wahlberg and the others. Try to get from point A to point B and all these random shootouts that not going anywhere. You know what I mean? Like you didn't really care, but because you had characters, four characters basically that you give a crap about, it make much more sense. So yeah, I mean, as far as plot goes, I mean, no, it's not the best plot in the world, and people will kind of associate that as being part of the martial arts genre, but I disagree. Even if you have like a simple plot, like say the Raid Redemption, it's how you execute it. So just I mean, how as simple a plot as the Raid Redemption was, what they did in terms of camera work, what they did in terms of action sequences, just the energy, just the visceral energy of it all to really make it rival American action movies, and that's why that film stood out so much. It just took a simple plot and did so much with it. So that's why I can regard it as one of the best action movies out there.
No, but the thing with the Raid, what made the Raid work is that it tied environment and plot like flawlessly. It was seamless. The space makes sense for the plot, and then the plot and its world building made perfect sense to me. So when they reveal, oh, this is a botched Raid and it was off the books, that's why we can't get off thing. And those simple one-liners and explaining the space make the story and the environment tie together perfectly. Raid 2 didn't do this. Raid 2 wasn't even close to doing this, and that's why Raid 2 suffered.
Yeah, Raid 2 tried way too hard to be so ambitious and over the top, but
Raid 2 had its own thing going on, and it just didn't finish it. Because I thought when you learn what was going on in Raid 2, I thought that's a really cool concept. It just was executed poorly, right? Yeah. It was just ideas for execution. But I thought it was a great idea, a great premise for a plot. It just didn't finish it. And again, same thing with The Night Come For Us and all these other movies where it just don't tie together. They don't understand that what made the raid work is the space. Use of space in the context of the plot. It can't just feel like you're just plucking in characters and putting them in a space. No, they have to feel as if, all right, why are they there? Why they doing what they're doing? Justify why these characters there, why the villains there, why this other character there. And it makes sense.
Agreed,
the first raid worked perfectly in that sense, in my opinion. With respect to this now, this film felt too static and straightforward. Again, done much better than Expendables, but still, it needed to transcend the material now. And it really feels something like that come out in 1989. Yeah, this with Ari camera. Well, I assume they use Ari camera, right? Or whatever, right?
Yeah. Dude, as I say, 1989, right? I'll go a couple of years before that. Dude, the intro scene for this alone. Come on, Predator, right?
Predator.
Dude, the moment where you see this character, right? There's straight up a character, right, with glasses. I was like, wait, this is supposed to be the Shane Black in the group?
Right,
oh,
right.
You have a Shane Black in this group?
Yeah, pretty much.
I really laugh with that. I really laugh when that character show up. And then, yes, you have to have the character who just shoots first and asks questions later, which is Book there, the chick with the grenade launcher. Yeah. But if I have like a main criticism, and not a big one, but it's in terms of just modern action films / martial arts films there, where yes, you have a big actor involved, right? So you have your Tony Jaa and Tiger Chen and all that kind of stuff. But the story is just basic. It's just there in the background, but it's just so by the numbers. You could just copy and paste it with any other film, basically from like the past, from the 90s or the 2000s, basically. So, the sell of the show basically is just, hey, it's Tony Jaa in a new movie, or it's Iko Uwais in a new movie, or Tiger Chen in a new movie. But the plot itself is just so copy and paste by now. It's like, well, whatever, right? And even then, you still could have do something a little bit more creative. Say like another film I'm gonna reference, the first Ong-Bak movie, right? Where Will was introduced to Tony Jaa. Like, yes, the whole premise was just an excuse to have his character leave the village, go in the city, kick a set of ass, blah blah blah. But what I like was the whole kind of cultural context within it. You know what I mean? There was something that was going on, in terms of just culture. That's the difference between that village life and the city life, and how people trying to get by, particularly with his brother. Well, they were monks together, right? But remember, he had a guy who was out in the streets and he was hustling. So just that back and forth. Now, no, they didn't spend too much time on it, but it was enough for you to understand and care about the character, so you get what's going on behind the scenes while people was getting their ass kicked, right? Cool. But in this one, they could have done a little bit more, just world building, as I said, and just a little bit more character development. Everybody just kind of felt like, yes, I am the former mercenary who's skilled in Muay Thai, and I'm a former mercenary who's skilled in Kung Fu, and I'm a villager who could do penkat silat. You know what I mean? It's just that. There's just the only person who they really give just a little bit of character development. Actually, two characters. It was Iko and Tiger. Tony is just I do a job failed. He betrayed. They stab me. They betray me. They try to stab me in my back. I come back for revenge. Doesn't mean it. And same thing for the bad guys themselves. All that do like that, they have moments together. They're not just the average. Here's the bad guy, shoot him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like what they do with Michael Jai White in particular. You know, he plays
So
Death Row. Like, I really like this character, especially the subplot involving Iko playing like he working with the bad guys to find the others when he just trying to get close so he could exact his revenge. But I like how Michael Jai White character was like, you know what, my gut tell him, my gut saved me numerous times in my life, and my gut tell him, I don't trust you though. There's a moment where he kind of like grilling him, like interrogated him. I thought that moment worked, because it's just like, you're shit, right? But this guy make you out slowly. This guy pick you apart piece by piece before you expose yourself. You know, I love that moment. As far as fight choreography go, yes, the fighting is great. I wish that they could have done a little bit more. I'm not saying be brutal. Like, it could have been a little bit. Like, I'm not saying it has to be entirely brutal. They were going for brutal. It just didn't go as far as I expected, especially with the Muay Thai aspect of things. You know what I mean? Because Muay Thai, I mean, remember stuff like Ong-Bak and Tom Yong-gung, you know, aka the Protector.
Yeah.
Those went out of the way to show just how brutal and effective Muay Thai was. But in this case, it's just like, yeah, a man collect there's only a couple of scenes where a man collect an elbow to the head, and I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But other than that, they really could have capitalized on that a lot more. You know what I mean? Capitalize on really what made these three actors so great now. Well, more particularly Tony and Iko, and Evo. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tony and Iko. Sorry, I felt that they really could have capitalized on what made these guys stand out so much more. You know what I mean? Tony, you know what I mean? How athletic and how how swift he is. You really could have capitalized on that. That's what we got with Furious 7. I still see that Tony Jaa was the MVP in that movie. You know what I mean? Just
Right.
because of how fast he was, just in terms of running and how his skills were. Iko, you know what I mean? From just the stuff that he did in Raid Redemption, and they could have capitalized on that. Tiger is like the more traditional guy. He's doing the kung fu stuff, but
Yeah.
they could have capitalized on that a little bit more to really show us something that you kind of expect that with a martial arts film, some move or some kind of kick that we had seen before. Like, oh my god, you
Right.
know what I mean? They really could have done that. Um, what else? Oh yeah, so that I should mention the language, the dialogue in this film. So yes, all three main characters. Well, actually, I would say all the characters speak English, but there are moments where, like, say, Iko, for example, will speak Indonesian at a point. Tony would speak Thai. You know what I mean? Tiger would speak in Chinese. But it's when they started speaking English, like in the first act of the movie, it sounded rough. Like
Oh yeah.
at a point, I
A lot
was
of
wondering
you know, kind
if
of
it was yeah, some of the line reading was off. But the
yeah.
more as the show started progress, and yeah, as the characters kind of started get to know each other, I was like, all right, the English channel work here now. But yes, admittedly, there's some really laughably bad lines here. Some of which were delivered by poor Tony Jaa. Is like
Yeah.
talk, talk, talk. All you do is
Yeah.
talk. No more talk. When I heard, I was like, ugh. Like, they could have write that way better, Jen. Like, I know it's an action film. You can get away with cheesiness like this, but come on, man, Jen. Do it better. You know what I mean? And that's just because he's not. He's a non-American, but still, that was just a bad line, right? But yeah, but overall, as far as it goes, it is your basic action kick up film. A lot more action than I expected. I thought there would have been more martial arts in action, but yeah, there's a lot of gunplay, a lot of shootouts, a lot of squibs and blood and whatnot. And yes, a really jaw-dropping use of a grenade launcher. That's all we'll say. But yeah, see these three characters together was really good. I like that they kind of paired them off against Scott Adkins and Michael Jai White and stuff like that. So it worked. But imagine that some people would have expected more out of it. I actually was reading some reviews of the film. I was like, well, you have these three actors, and this is what you give them. This is it. You know what I mean? So I know some people expected more out of this film, but hey, I was entertained by it. I had fun with it. And I mean, it didn't really reinvent the wheel, but it was what it was, right? So for the most part, I enjoyed it. Ratings as far as the movie goes, what would you rate Triple Threat?
It's I wish I did no. Okay, so after cater to my bias here, and I'll give it a higher score than I should have. If I give it like a 7 out of 10. Right, that's
All right.
catering to my bias. But if you're not an action person, yes, it kind of empty and it don't really have anything going on here.
Yeah,
If you're not an
yeah,
action fan, if you're not a mindless, action fan like me who just love dumb bullshit,
yeah,
um, yeah, it'll drop to like a 5 maybe or even lower than that. Really, it's just much like the Expendables, it's just catering to action shit that you like. I mean, just seeing freaking Black Dynamite and Rama take on each other, yeah,
yeah.
that would the price promotion for guys like me. So it up my alley in that sense now. And the final fight with Scott Atkins was badass. So it's like cool.
Oh, it was.
Uh,
It was.
yeah.
That didn't
But
disappoint at all.
yeah, I'll give it a 7 out of 10 because it just so fall in line with my biases. It's like this is what Expendables should have been for my generation. For the
Yeah,
people who have a clear memory of these action movies and these action stars, yeah, I'll give it that.
yeah. I totally agree with you as well. I would give this a decent 3.5 out of 5. I wouldn't put it right up there in terms of like best guilty pleasure movies of the year, but it is a contender for sure. Maybe with a couple more viewings, I'll actually be able to put it there. But for
Yeah,
now, it's your standard action fair, sorry, just with these badass martial artists involved, who do prove that they can act when I mean, if they give it if they were given a better script, then you could have
yeah,
gotten more of it out of their performances. But they do have great screen presence, and the moments with them together, they do have good chemistry. Of course, they could fight, and just seeing them go up against guys like Michael Jai White and Scott Atkins, I mean,
right,
I
right.
get my money's worth with it. But yes, for some people, they will feel let down by this. If you want more intelligence with this movie, you're not gonna get. This is just basic bare bones action movie. And even in terms of basic bare bones action movie, I know they have some people who would have wanted more out of it, just a little bit more in terms of just the creativity with the fight scenes and the action scenes or whatnot.
Yeah,
But the movie is what it is. It's for me, it's that kind of movie I can just watch on a Saturday night when you're bored, you have nothing to do. Is that kind of Saturday night movie basically? You can
yeah,
watch it by yourself. You can watch it with friends, have some beers, get drunk, have fun with it, or just go in the theater. Leave your brain at the door and just have fun with it, right? So it serves its purpose. That is what it is, right? Personally, I wish it could have been just a little bit more, but hey, it is what it is. I enjoy it. I want to see it again. So yeah,
right.
decent three and a
Yeah,
half out of 5 for me.
yeah, me too.
Right.